They don't think you could do it, but tell you to try when they talk all I hope. Had to keep it alive, spend a day in the Bronx, but you wouldn't survive. Can be low when I pop out, they know I've arrived. I go have conversations with Zoe, he gon' tell me pull up and come say what you know. I've been up, I can count all them days in a row. We don't say what we do, we be making the show. They say I'll be
the voice of the Bronx. We have Bronx Land with the guys that are out here. Can I get a
yeah? Leave them all right where they at. Try to diss me, I bet I don't even react. Put a show on, I bet you somebody gon' I pick me a book up and drink me some water, invest in the stock. All kids on me back in.
All right, peace and love, world. Welcome to another episode of Conversation with Zoe. We are with the Prince of Poughkeepsie today. My guy, D Weather.
Yo,
nice to meet you, my guy.
What's good, my G? How you feeling?
Great. I'm feeling great. How you feel?
I'm free, alive, healthy. I cannot complain. You heard?
I hear that, man. So I just want to give a quick shout out to Next Question. Make sure you head over to nextquestion.nyc. Follow their merch. Shout out to my guy Larry Jamel. You know, you can shop at www.shopinhouse.com/collection/next-question. You know, and I definitely want to thank you for everybody for rocking with the podcast week in and week out. I love you all. Thank you for all the support and subscribing to my channel. If you know me or you don't, and you feel like I should be following you back, just DM me, please, because the followers, like, it gets a little crazy.
Yeah.
You know, so it's not. Stop.
It's not personal.
Hollywood, because that's not me. If you know me, never been that way. So I'm saying, just tapping with the guy.
Yes,
but
sir.
The Prince of Poughkeepsie is in the building. Introduce yourself to the world.
What's up, everybody? I go by the name of D Weathers. I represent Final Score Entertainment. But if I'm in the spot, Fly Dies in the building. Big balloon shit.
That's a fact. The label is Final Score Entertainment. The brand is Fly Die.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So I want to start here. This chapter of my life is called healing. How does that make you feel? What's going through your mind?
Oh, yeah, that sounds about accurate. You know, we done been through some trials and tribulations the past year or so, and it's definitely this year has been our focus. I decided to focus completely on my goals and aspirations, my dreams, and stop trying to balance everybody else in my life who has things that they want to do. So in order to do that, you gotta, that's a part of my healing process, is making sure that I'm tunnel vision on me.
Right. How long have you been rapping?
I want to say forever.
Right.
It feels like it's crazy because if I wasn't doing rap, I would be probably an offensive coordinator for football.
Right. You're a football guy. Who's your team?
Yeah. I fuck with college the most. I'm an Oregon Ducks. Go Ducks.
Okay. Go Ducks. 1,000 uniforms.
1,000. It's more than that, but yeah.
Right, definitely more than that. You
know the
in
combination.
All sports, though, they're consistent across the board.
They get crazy. Yeah.
So what draws you more to college football than professional football?
Well, now that they got the NIL, you got to see a lot of these young people that you see in the NFL really grind and go crazy hard without getting paid. So they was, putting their body on the line, risking it all, trying to prove themselves to get the check. And it's just like an underdog feeling.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now, though, I got to wait a little bit. You got the NIL, you got people sitting out a bowl game. So that same hunger is it's more business orientated, but I understand it, it's in the growth aspect. But yeah, really just boils down to that underdog mentality. You know what I'm saying?
So how did you become an Oregon Ducks fan?
What happened was, it was probably like 8th grade, I think. I was in 8th grade, and I was living in Schenectady at the time with my mother, and she had ordered the West Coast channel for me.
Right.
And the very first college game I put on, I turned it on. It was Oregon versus USC. Dennis Dixon scores a touchdown. I'm like, I'm going to just pick that team.
Right.
And it's been my team ever since.
I feel that. What do you love about music?
I love how it allows you to express. You can express yourself, but connect with so many different people, because when you think about it, a lot of people, especially like growing up, whenever you grow up in your area, a lot of people go through, feel the same things that you feel. Right. So you become a mouthpiece for so many people. So I've always told my friends, like, I'm not really big on accolades, so to speak. So like, you know, when I hear like a Nas or somebody who it took forever to get a Grammy,
Right.
even myself, like if I never won a Grammy, I would be cool with that if there's somebody that tats my lyrics on them. If you tap my lyric on them, that's the Grammy for me. Like I can't even, cause that means you said something that stuck with them. It hit them so hard they had to permanently put it on their skin.
I respect that. I'm with that. What have you been bumping lately?
I got my Muska, Mouska, too. Nah, her. And I've been bumping Jaja Couture in Central C. I've been listening to a lot of Central C lately.
Right.
You've been going crazy, yeah.
All right. How did you get your name?
It's my name. My dad gave it to me.
Right.
I'm a junior.
All right. Got you. What don't we know about Poughkeepsie?
I mean, Poughkeepsie's pretty much like any other, spot. We have our hoods, we have our gentrification now, you know what I'm saying? But it's rough up there. It's the last stop on the Metro North. A lot of people came, try to take over and conquer. It didn't go as they thought it would. And it's like anywhere else. Should get critical up there just like anywhere else, man.
Right. So, I've been listening to your music, and I know, I mean, you've done a lot.
I've been out here working.
Right. So, instead of just starting, what I've seen recently,
right?
I want to go back to 3 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Let's go back to the strip club. You know what I'm saying? Turn the trap house into a strip club.
2019, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where were you at in life?
Oh, that song came out 3 years ago, but I probably sat on a little bit before that. I had probably a year or so before that when we was a lot more active outside.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I just remember taking it back,
right.
bagging it up, but having, joints in the spot, and you just, I don't know. It's a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of wild nights.
Right. So I heard you mention Sin City. Is that Sin City in the Bronx?
Mm-hmm.
That's a legendary place,
Facts.
Long live Sin City.
Yeah.
I caught that one. I'm like, I hope he's talking about the one.
Yeah.
Right? It's a little sketchy over there, but great nights in there.
Yeah. I think I only went there once. I only got to experience it once, but it was a great experience.
It was a great experience.
Yeah, it was a great experience.
Did you eat there or no?
I did not eat.
So you didn't get the lobster mac and cheese.
Nah. That's tough.
It's different.
That's
I used to have lunch there.
Oh,
for real. Like, I was with the old heads on the block.
I've never really even experienced like going to a strip club to like buy food. I gotta do that.
Yeah, we gotta do that.
I gotta do that.
We should do a vlog and go to Magic City someday or something like that.
What's up? I'm with that.
Mad cool.
I'm with that.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm with that. Hell yeah.
So we're gonna go to the chopped cheese now. Right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you get on your chopped cheese?
Everything no mayo.
Everything no mayo.
Yeah, let me get everything no mayo.
Onions and peppers?
Let me get everything no mayo.
Got you.
Yeah, let me get that.
How's the chopped cheese up there?
I ain't gonna lie. Casablanca shit hit.
Okay.
that shit hit. I done been in the city. There's a couple spots in the city that go crazy, but the shit in Poughkeepsie, that Casablanca shit definitely hit.
All right. I gotta take you to my spot in the Bronx.
Please.
I got you.
Please, I'm with that.
So, in the song Chopped Cheese, this is what I got from it. She ain't let me nut in her face.
I was sick. I was sick. When you get told no, where do you go from there?
Right.
Where do we take this then?
I don't know.
I'm a head shooter, so.
Right. Chinese spot. Were you in the studio with Dave East and Vado?
Yes.
All three of you guys?
In the lab.
Where were you guys?
East
City?
Road, East. Nah, they came to Poughkeepsie.
You came to Poughkeepsie.
I brought them to the town. Yep.
Went to the town.
Yes, sir.
I gotta come to the town too.
Pop out.
I'm popping.
Well, I gotta bring you during like a summer league game. It's got to be something active because you know since COVID hit and then a couple other shit, it's not as active as it was. But in the summer,
yeah,
I know it's gonna be active this year. You gotta come to the summer league game for sure.
I'm coming.
Bet.
And this JPay app be sucking dick.
You know that. Anybody that has JPay understands.
Right.
Shit sign you out. Don't
Right.
want to work.
Right.
Stamps is too expensive.
Right.
You can't just upload the video. You gotta record the video. It's
Right.
mad weird shit.
Yeah.
They make it difficult.
The last year and a half is my first experience on JPay.
Mm-hmm.
My man is locked up.
Free him. Free all
free
of the
him.
guys is out the bing bing.
He'll be home in May. You know what I'm saying? So free my guy Soul City. You know, happy early birthday. You may not see this, but his birthday's Friday. And that
Happy
was my
Friday,
first
G's.
time, like, you know, writing to him and checking up on him and writing to him multiple times a week and, you know, sending him money. And I just auto pay it, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't forget. So that way, every week he has something.
He gets that, yeah. That's what's up. That's dope.
You know.
There's a lot of niggas that don't do exactly what you do, for sure.
And it's crazy, as a sidewalk dude, I've learned that. I've learned that a lot of things that you would think a street nigga would do, they don't do. You know?
They don't.
So like, as far as the character and the morals and the principles, it's like they're like fair weather people. You know what I'm saying? Like if Steph Curry's lit this week, then that's where they're going. It's like, you know, it sways too much. It's not like when you really they don't remain solid every day. Pause. You know? And I feel like I've noticed that. And I feel like, what kind of a man is that?
I don't know. We tend to have so much things have changed since social media has been a thing, where everybody is basically trying to live vicariously through everybody. So a lot of people feel as if they're missing something if they're not on the wave too. If they're not.
FOMO.
Yeah.
Then to find the receipt to send these niggas kicks.
Oh my God. That has been the most. That shit pisses me off. I'm now at an age where you can't ask me to do that shit. You know, first time, you know, my mans and shit, when he first 10 years ago when he first got locked up, I was more active in trying to figure out those type of things. Now you ask me, it's quiet. I got the money for it, but I'm not running to no store trying to figure out, can you make these Dior ones $50
Right.
on a receipt? It's not gonna happen. So
so it's a little finagling.
Yeah, you gotta get. They want some shit. Gotta be a specific color. Can't be this color. Can't be that color. Then you gotta find a store that will make the receipt under a certain amount, so the jailer take it, because they can't have like a certain, like you can't have like $250 sneakers in there and shit. So that's what makes it difficult. So if you're not going to like a mom and pop store, can't go in the Foot Locker and.
Right.
But then I heard as of recently, like they get some Jordans in the spot, niggas be like, hell no, we know these shits ain't $50. Get them back. So
Get them back.
Yeah.
Is your pops locked up?
Nah, he's free now.
He's free
Now.
Okay.
He's free now. He's home. Welcome home, Pop.
Welcome home, Pop. Mr. Weathers.
Mr. Weathers.
Welcome home. I mean, so D Weathers and Sims. Dig.
You dig?
If you chill with broke niggas,
then you broke too. If you know, in all the books that I've read about success, you are the 5 people that you spend the most time with.
Right.
So if you spend time with 5 millionaires, naturally you'll be the 6th.
Right.
If you spend time with 5 broke niggas, guess what?
Guess what? You're next.
Mm-hmm.
Niggas be talking tough, but where they at? Should be sounding cool, but it's cap. Gonna stop there.
That's the first time I ever used cap in a rap too.
Right. You used it well. I liked it. I was like, that's I'm gonna bring that up.
Yeah. I mean, you know what that is. That's
Right.
basically people put on a facade,
Right.
but they have no resume.
Right.
They have nobody next to them with a resume.
Right.
So what are we actually talking about? Where are you at?
Right.
Like I said, I get it. It's cool. Sounds good on Instagram. Sounds good on Facebook. I get it.
Right. But when it comes down to it,
I've seen a lot of people run.
right,
I've seen a lot of weird shit actually.
right. I could imagine. What would you say is the weirdest thing you've seen?
The weirdest shit I seen. Oh, it's usually when somebody is talking about somebody, and then the person that they're talking about gets wind, and then the approach of, yo, I heard, nah, it wasn't even like that. It should get weird.
Right.
Nah, bro. A lot of dick sucking to like avoid conflict, and it's like, for all of that, you just shouldn't have said nothing to begin with.
Right, that's true. You should have left it alone.
Yeah.
Niggas be talking tough, but with a strap.
Where's the strap?
Acting like if you lose this life, you get it back.
Right. I've seen a lot of people I know a lot of people, and I've seen a lot of people crash out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You get these individuals that get a gun or whatever, and they feel like now because they have it, they have to prove themselves. Right. So they're willing to crash out over it, but not even be as tough as they claim that they want to be.
Right.
It's an idea. Like the idea of being tough and people embracing you and loving you for your street cred or whatever, like people are infatuated with that. A lot of people that don't understand the concept of life.
Right.
So when you get those type of individuals, they willing to crash out over nothing. And then you got some kids that'll be 14, 15 that'll go do whatever. Right. I'm saying? And then, 3 years into a bid after crashing, it's like, that shit was worth nothing.
Right.
Now I got to spend whatever X amount of years of my life that I didn't even know I had. When you're young, you don't understand the concept of, I'm saying, you drink, drive, you do a lot of wild shit that when you get older, you start to feel like, I was actually kind of fucking stupid.
Right. You start to value your life more.
I remember like just being in high school, we would do, you would go to somebody else's hood to fight.
Right.
Never going there. Now, like, yo, what? Pull up. I'm not, what? At the time, because you're not even thinking, like, you going to somebody, this could be a whole booby trap.
Right.
But now, as you're older, if you have kids or you got something to live for, you really think about, like, that's some dumb shit. Somebody, yeah, pull up. Send me the Addy. I'm hunting them down. Good luck. I'm sending somebody else because I'm not coming.
Right. How long was your father down for?
He was in and out. I can't call it. I lost track. Yeah, he was just in and out. He'd come home, be gone. But he was always for, it's got to be close to about 20 years now. He just ain't been in New York either. So He would be locked up, but then he'd be in a whole nother state. Right. I talked to him, but not as often as, I would have liked to growing up.
Right. Do you feel like there's a lot of things you had to learn on your own?
Yeah, I mean, I thankfully, my mentor, Tito Montana, he's been like my father figure, big brother, mentor. He's been all of that. So he saved me from a lot of shit. And I'm a person I'm good at learning from other people's mistakes. I don't gotta do the same shit trying to get a different result. I'm cool with that. Yo, that didn't work for you? Good luck.
Right. I feel like shout out to my guy Smart. His episode drops next week. He says a lot of the emotions going on in the streets, a lot of it is overcompensation.
Yeah.
Like, we overcompensate for the things that we didn't have. So that anger, those hugs that we didn't get, that's gonna turn in probably to a tough guy. And like you said, the tough guy is a tough guy till he crashes out. Right. And then he realizes like, whoa,
it wasn't worth it.
Here and I'm not even really like that.
Even now, me being a father, to my son, I remember having this conversation with my manager, shout out Moneybag Gay. And
made this possible.
Absolutely, shout outs to her. I was telling her, it's like, now, like if I experience like a heartbreak or something, and then you have these moments with a female, and you're like, you want to be vulnerable, right? So I got to kind of learn how to teach my son how to learn moments where it's okay to be vulnerable. Right. But then you have those moments where he fall and smack his arm or something. You're like, yo, you can't cry. Like, gotta be tougher than that.
Right.
So it's like trying to figure out a balance. Like, when can you be human? Because they try to make men robots. Like, nigga, you gotta do this. You gotta be a provider. You gotta be this, that, third, X, Y, and Z, and you gotta be a gangster. And you better not cry. But I want to hear if you're hurt. But the moment you say, that hurt me, oh, now you sound like a bitch. So it's a battle, trying to be a man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so, like, now having my own son is like, I'm still trying to process, like, how am I going to be able to teach him, like, yo, it's okay to be vulnerable here. But there are times where it's like, you can't even show your vulnerability because by nature that will make you weak.
Right.
There's certain times where even when you want to be soft, you can't be.
Right. Right. How old is your son?
He's 3 and some change now.
All right, yeah. My son is 2.5.
Oh.
3 in June.
What's up? Play date. We got to do something.
Right. We got to
do something.
Man. Cheers to fatherhood, man.
Yeah,
I think,
word.
it's one of the most beautiful things I've ever been a part of.
Greatest thing, yeah.
One of the greatest things. It gives you a certain kind of drive. And I feel like I feel like you have to want to change for yourself because the child won't make you change.
I tell people this. I tell a lot of single mothers this when I have conversation with them. I always tell them this. I'm like, yo, you got to remember to do for you.
Right.
You can't give what you don't have. Like, I understand the concept of, I just want to make sure my kids is good and they have a better life than me. 9 times out of 10, they got the same exact life than you. The same exact, because what are you going to give if you don't have it to give? And then I know a lot of parents, I've seen a lot of parents have kids do exactly that. Like, yo, I'm going to just give. And then they give so much, they don't have nothing. So now when their kid is over, they envy, like, oh, I done did all of this for you, so you could do this, that, and the third. I ain't have my life to live, and so on and so forth. So I tell people all the time, mental, but like I tell people all the time, yo, make sure you do for you. Like, if you go, unless it's school shopping,
Right.
If you go to the mall just to go shopping for your kids, buy yourself something. I don't give a fuck if it's a lip gloss. Just make sure you do something for you.
Yeah.
Always.
Love that. That's important. That's
super important.
So I went through your Twitter. Found some good stuff.
Okay.
Right. There some good conversation.
Twitter is wild.
It is a wild place.
Twitter is a wild. I'm never leaving Twitter.
Right. It's a great place. So I feel like this is going to do something for a lot of people. But I don't know why people lie to me. That shit is mad annoying. Not only am I smarter than I look, I'm even smarter than that.
Even smarter than that. Yo, people will dead look at you, lie to you, knowing you know they lying,
Right.
and then walk away.
Right.
And then when you call them on the bullshit, it's like, my nigga, I knew you was lying the whole time. Like, stop lying to me, bro. Like, so I tell people all the time, like, yo, I'm smarter than I look, and I'm even smarter than that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, if I don't know if you've seen, today I posted the picture of the books that I read so far this year.
Right.
I'm a reader, active reader. Like, I listen to podcasts. I do all of that.
Right.
I try to grow every single day. I try to learn something new.
Right.
I even have conversations with my manager's daughter. I check in. One thing you learned new today. I don't care what it is.
Right.
What did you learn? There's been nights where she be like, oh, I ain't learned nothing. Fuck is you going outside for?
Right.
Don't ever go outside and learn nothing. We're not doing that. So I'm very big on, like, yo, learn something. So that's why good luck trying to get over on me some bullshit, because I peep shit, and even if I don't have proof of it being the thing, God did.
God did. That's a fact. Put us on to the books that you've read or are actively reading.
Well, this year I read I got wind of As a Man Thinketh.
As a Man.
That's a great book. It's a short read too, so you can read that. I read it about twice so far. I just finished The Psychology of Money. Ever since COVID hit, that's really when I started diving into finance books, because they don't teach you that shit in school.
Right.
So I had to get literate with finances, because we as a black community, we consume. A lot of our shit is, everything is basically liabilities.
Right.
We don't have no fucking assets.
No assets. Mm-hmm.
So, I had to learn about finances. I read what is it called? It's a book on minimalism. It's not Everything Must Go. What the fuck is it? I'm tight. It's a book on minimalism.
Right.
I've been practicing it a lot lately. Like I don't have, as an artist, you know, as far as clothes and shit go, like I be having to buy new shit. But even when I'm done buying it, when I wear it, I usually donate them. Give them to my manager. She sends them out to DR, gets the barrels. So I donate a lot of clothes. But other than that, I'm real basic. I'm a real simple person. I just need what I need when I need it. Everything in my life has to have value. It has to have a meaningful purpose, or I don't want it.
Right.
People too.
Right. And let's people in what way?
In all aspects. It could be every person in your life, because you always have you're gonna have multiple. I like all my friends have been my friends for 15 plus.
Right.
So everybody has a place, a reason.
Right.
I don't go to this friend for street shit if he's not outside.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I don't go to my street friend for a resume. I don't put him down as a reference,
Right.
because he's not at work.
Yeah, he's not.
So you have to know your people. You have to know the people around you. And I'm really cool with meeting new people and trying to learn something new from somebody, or, checking a temp. Not saying I'm super, like, I don't trust everybody off the rip, but I'm open to conversations and seeing, whatever it could be. So
Right.
yeah, you gotta have a purpose. It's gotta be something about you, something you got going on. My biggest thing now is, what are you doing? What are you trying to do?
Right.
I don't care if it's not even, necessarily started. Like, if you could be like, yo, I've been saving up to do X, Y, and Z. Like, I just want to hear like that you're trying to make some type of progress. If you're
Right.
not, we don't have to talk about nothing.
This is great because the next one says, if you don't fear losing it, it has no value to you.
That's a fact. How many things have you, if you dropped a penny, okay, about that shit. You drop $100, whoa, let me pick that up.
Right.
If you don't fear losing, the shit has no value. So that's with relationships, that's with anything, especially a relationship. If you really have a maybe a significant other where you just haven't, you've made your mistakes, you've made your mistakes, but you choose not to change any habit to fix to fix that relationship, then you don't fear losing it. You don't give a fuck about it. There's no value to you. Mm-hmm. And then usually a lot of times people double back like, oh shit, I didn't even notice how valuable it was. By then it'd be, sometimes it's too late when people learn. So yeah, if you lose something and if you don't fear losing that shit, then that holds no value. So it's like if I have an argument with one of my peoples, we may bump heads and not talk for a day or two, but life is short. So I always try to tap in like, yo, I love you though, my nigga.
Yeah.
Just to let you know. And I'm saying, because I do fear losing. There are relationships in my life that I do fear losing because I value them so much. And I try to make sure that I'm, active in those relationships so they know how. And I always, people like reinsurance, you always got to tell people like, nah, yo, I appreciate you for this. I really do. I love you back, whatever. Like, you gotta do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, E likes to take me out to eat. She likes to be like, oh, I'm proud of you. I'm taking you out to eat.
Right.
And then she fucked me up one day because she paid the bill and she's like, thank you for dinner. And I'm like, you paid. She's like, no, but you gave me company.
That's powerful.
Super powerful.
People expect reality to change without changing themselves.
Oh, boy. Talk about it.
Somebody.
So talk about it.
Right.
If you sit there with an idea and never move, you're toast. That's it. You're toast. Nothing's going to happen. So I always tell people, I read this in a book, You Were Born Rich by Bob Proctor. And he has a quote in there where he's like, do the thing and you find the energy to do the thing. Mm-hmm. When you're thirsty, you get up, you go get water. Treat anything else like that same concept. If you're out and about and you're thirsty, where's the store? I got to get water or whatever. If there's something you want to do, figure out how to do it. My whole thing in 2023 is bring the problem. All right, what is our solution? We have to think about the solution. Even after having arguments or discussions with other people, I tell them, like, after we argue or debate or whatever, it's like, okay, what's our solution now from this? What are we moving on? Like, what are we doing to progress from this? You know what I'm saying? If there's no solution, the fuck are we even arguing for? You just want to have a problem? I'm good on that. So with that, like I said, it's basically, yo, you do the thing, you find the energy to do the thing, but you got to do the thing. Just got to do it.
Right.
Treat everything like you're trying to go get a glass of water.
I love that. That's powerful. And I think that's going to do, we're still in I think we're almost,
First quarter? Yeah, we about to get in a
almost,
second. Yeah.
We're almost out of the first quarter in a couple of weeks. And I feel like some people feel like, well, I didn't do it yet.
Go.
Go.
I told my mentor, I told him this year, I said, yo, listen, you know, for the past couple years, especially after COVID hit and they shut down a lot of shit with rap, you know, the coming back outside thing, it's up and down. But I told him this year, I said, whatever we get is our fault. Whatever we don't get is our fault because we have enough knowledge, we have enough resources, we have enough know-how, we have enough hustle. So we have to go get the fuck up and do it. That's that. Can't rely on this person. If that door closes, that's it. My manager just looked at me actually in the green room and was like, I wish you was as mad as I am about a certain thing that we were supposed to do after the podcast. And I'm like, nah, I'm not stressing over nothing. When it's meant to happen, it's gonna happen. If not, it's, you know, we'll move on to something else. But I'm not waiting. Even my friends know now. Like I'm not waiting for nobody. But yo, I didn't know you was doing that. I'm not waiting. Mm-hmm. You either doing it or you not. There's no chilling. Like we gotta go. We got shit to do.
So work to my auntie and my father. Just being honest. Went to sleep with my hands in my pocket. My uncle robbed us. I was like, no fucking way.
Life is tough.
Take us back to that day.
Life is tough. Well, I'm going to just say, I remember my uncle coming in. I had a PlayStation.
Was he like Uncle Ice?
He ain't kidnapped me.
Okay.
But he had his fair share of demons. And I remember one day he came in the room and it's when we had the PlayStation. And the PlayStation was broke at the time. Right. So I think it was the I or something. It was the first PlayStation too. The screen was the screen was
gray
blue
joint.
or some shit. Yeah, the gray joint.
Yeah.
And I remember him coming in the room. He was like, "Oh, what's wrong with it?" I'm like, "I don't know, shit just not working, whatever." He's like, "Oh, I got a guy that can fix it. I'm gonna take it to go get it fixed." Never seen that PlayStation again. Never got an apology. Nothing. Right. Shit was just gone. Then when I got older, I found out like, oh, niggas was crackheads.
Right.
Go figure. When you're a kid, man, you're so oblivious to so much shit. Everything just feels regular, natural.
Right. I mean, I think that's rightfully so. I think not every child should be hip to those kind of things.
Agreed.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like growing up in the hood, a lot of us lost our innocence like very early as far as what we were exposed to. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And back then, it was kind of grown folk business or go over there, grown folk. So you never butted into grown folk talk or business, whatever, kind of just. And now I feel like it's almost like in your face everywhere.
I'm going to tell you something, and I'm going to be honest. This is going to sound crazy. I didn't even know what gay was until like probably 7th grade.
Right.
I didn't even know that there was like gay. I'm like, what is that?
Right.
Like, you never even thought like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And now, like, you know.
Oh, it's in every cartoon.
Yeah, these networks, you know, it's
there. They're showing you. They're showing you it.
See it. We actually just did a sexual harassment workshop at work. And a lot of it wasn't really about harassment. It was more about gender. You know what I'm saying? And pretty much if me and you on Monday morning are having coffee at work and you're a female and I'm talking about, no, you could be a man, but you could be non-binary, right? And I'm talking about everything. Yo, she was wailing. Yo, she was doing this. Yo, we was at Poughkeepsie doing, you know what I'm saying? All that.
That's harassment.
We turned the trap into the, you know what I mean?
And she turned the trap into a strip club.
Yo, sexual harassment because you mentioned gender.
That's crazy.
all because you said she, and all that, and
That's
I was like,
crazy.
that's crazy. Like,
Yeah, that's
can't
crazy.
even talk like
Can't
that.
talk.
No, especially if you're gonna say he, she, him, whatever, and
Wow.
it's those gender roles, and all that stuff going on, and it's just feel like, you know, it's like I feel like it's just complicating things. I feel like just do you, regardless. Like just do you, do what you gotta do, and just live your
What
life.
Hov say? What you eat don't make me shit.
Right.
It's your life. It's your opportunity to live it. And 10 times out of 10, people really don't care.
No, that's a fact. and how selfish, how self-centered are you to think that everything I say is a direct shot at
To
you?
you,
I'm not even thinking about you.
you think too highly of
You
yourself.
think way too highly of yourself. And it's not even that deep.
It's not.
You know what I'm saying? Everything I say can't be a direct jab at you.
Right. I don't even know you.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that deep.
It's really not.
This next week is fucking legendary.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes a relationship runs its course. Not my pops. No. There's two of them, actually.
Oh, okay.
All right, so we're going to start right there.
All right.
Sometimes a relationship runs its course.
Facts. So that's all relationships.
Right.
You have friends that come into your life and they serve a purpose for the time, the chapter of your story that you're in.
Right.
And then by the time you get to the next chapter, they might not fit there no more. They might not be no more a part of the story. So sometimes relationships run their course. If people are not growing, they're slowing. And they're going to slow you down if you continue to try to hang around or bring around or pull up. Going back to what I said, if you chill with broke niggas, then you broke too.
Right.
I'm saying if you want money, the grown up before getting into selling narcotics, I had to see that to be like, oh, they got this, and the third. I want that. So what do? You get next to that.
Right.
I'm saying if I didn't want that, I would have chilled and stayed with the same people that had nothing like I had at that current moment.
Right.
So, and then, when you get active in that life, even the friends that you may have then, they might not want to get in that life because of the risk. They don't think that the risk matches the reward, which is cool. But now that relationship runs its course because now you get distance because why? You're now I'm going to be chilling with the hooligans outside getting to the bag.
Right.
And you're going to be doing whatever it is you're doing. So now that distance, and then, 5-10 years from now, who knows? You might not be friends with the people. And it's like that relationship just ran its course.
Right. How old were you when you started to indulge in the streets?
I got fully active about 17. That's when I got because up before that point, because you growing up, you really don't know how much you're struggling because for some reason single moms have this superpower to just take care of shit.
Right.
But then when you get of a certain age, it's like, yo, I need help, and then you like, what is that? Like, how do I do that? A job or something? It's like, oh, word. And then you become, when shit start, reality start hitting you like, oh, I didn't even notice that all of this was being taken care of without no assistance on none of us because we was kids at the time. So, and I remember the first time I tried to get a pack, they was like, they didn't tell me no, but they wouldn't give it to me. I had to buy it. So I got like $50 and got my first bundle and I had to turn that one bundle into two. And then from there, yeah.
And that's why you couldn't get referrals from those guys. Like, listen, if he's good at measurements, he's good at math. He's a good salesman. And, where did he work? On 5th and
right. I like that. Because they ask on the applications, they ask, yo, can we contact your last employer?
Right.
So I like to actually get somebody that can,
right,
that has an LLC.
Right. Feel that. So, all right, this is the legendary one. Now my pops having me three-way his shorty cause she got him blocked. Crying emoji, goat, happy Valentine's Day.
Facts. He calls me on Valentine's Day.
Right.
What's up, Pops?
Right.
What's up, my boy? Just calling to say hi. Oh, what's up? You're like, how your Valentine's Day going? I'm chilling. Nothing special. What's good with you? You know what? Matter of fact, call this girl for me because I think she got me blocked. She got you blocked. All right. You sure? Yeah, call her. All right, call. She picks up. They get right to it.
Right.
They start arguing. Like, oh, she really had him blocked. But that's energy. That's energy. Now I know, like, if somebody has me blocked, I'm gonna have somebody else call them because I need to talk to you. I need to let you know that I love you on Valentine's Day.
Right.
I respect it. Yeah, that's energy. I respect it. Shout out to my
put
pops.
that in a video.
I definitely should.
Saying like that's legend. Like when I saw this, I was like, this is good.
That's
This is good.
You should have seen me. I'm sitting there like, whoa. She like, I wouldn't even have picked up if I knew you was on the other end. I seen it was your son calling, so I had to pick up. It said Danny Jr. So I'm like, oh shit, this nigga really blocked.
Right.
They really argued.
Right. Damn.
And it's so funny because though he's up in age, they argue like we argue. Like,
right.
It's because you got another nigga.
Yeah. Oh man, he going through it.
He be going through it, man.
But he was home for that? Or,
yeah, this happened. This just happened.
It just happened recently.
This Valentine's Day. This just happened. Yeah. Shout out to my pops.
He wasn't pulling up on her, none of that.
Nah, I think they in a different state. They in two different states or whatever. But I guess she had went over to my aunt's house and was like, oh, I'm gonna call him. Never called him. He called her. He blocked. He's tight. Yo, call her. He like, yo, you was over there, Edie house. Like she said he was gonna call. You never called.
Right. He was 2 calls away.
Yeah,
1 call away.
Yeah,
he was 2 calls.
He had
away,
his 2 calls away. But he worked his play, man. He had to get what he had to say off his chest, man.
No, I respect that. That was legendary. So, what's next for you?
Me and Vado just wrapped up an EP. So that's gonna be dropping soon. I just did me and Gabe from On the Radar just did a single. That's gonna be coming out probably very shortly. Actually, matter of fact, I'm on a festival stage tomorrow. So tomorrow morning we leave to go to South by Southwest. We're gonna be in South by Southwest tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah, I'm outside. I'm active. Like whatever. The way I'm looking at it now, I'm not even necessarily focused on like specific songs or the music aspect. I'm more concerned about the name. I just need D Weathers to be everywhere. So I'm doing everything.
Right. So before we start to wrap up, I saw you had a song with Chinks.
Yes.
Right. How was I never got to I know his mom from around the way in the Bronx, but I never got to meet him. So
my man's was working. He was an intern at Atlantic Records, I believe, at the time. And Fab did the Ball Drop record with French.
Right.
That's how he met. He ended up running the Chinks. And I remember him texting me like, yo, Chinks is here. And I told him, like, recently yo, I want to do a song with him. And he was like, yo, how much you got for him? I'm going to just ask him if he'll take that. You know what I'm saying? So I told him, yo, I got X, Y, and Z. He ran down on Chinks. He's like, yo, my man's want to do a joint. He got X, Y, and Z cash. Like, what can we do? He was like, cash? He was like, I bet. Tell him, pull up tomorrow. So we ended up going to the studio the next day is when I first met him. And I learned a valuable lesson that day with Chinks, too. So the whole time, I remember his whole fit. He had on like a cream thermal Ferragamo belt. He had on these G-Star jeans. And he had on these, like, the high top beef and Brocs. And I remember him wearing that the whole time in the stew. But he had something else to do that day. The nigga come down after we do the session, and he got this big-ass fur coat on. Mad gold chains. This is when Cubans was in. So niggas just had 1,000 Cubans. Mm-hmm. And he like, yo, you want to take a picture? I'm like, not in that coat, nigga? Like, hell no. He like, all right, well, fuck it, let's go take it in the Porsche. Same Porsche that he passed in. Our picture is in that Porsche. But I learned that day to never go nowhere on music time, not ready for a picture. Valuable lesson.
Right.
Shout out to Chinks, RP Chinks, man.
RP Chinks, man. He was well on his way.
Oh my, was he?
Well on his way. He was bubbling, man.
Yeah.
Flows crazy, cadence.
It feels like Stack Bundles all over again.
Right. It definitely
just right when they got where it's like, cause that's he was working on his album.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like right when he got to his moment.
Right. And the whole that was the Coke Boy era. You know what I'm saying? French was going crazy. He was coming right after him. And,
It's tough, man.
yeah.
I still feel bad for New York as a whole because for losing Pop Smoke. Like
Right.
he was our one.
He was the one.
He was the one.
That's a fact. I love Pop Smoke's energy, man. You know, young. He came back to back. I'm talking about like you could hear some of his songs. You'd be like, damn, he had a couple, more than a couple. You know what I'm saying? And just the modern day 50 Cent, Ja Rule, Tupac.
I remember. So when I went to my jeweler. Actually,
Right.
my jeweler was like, "Yo, I made Pop Smoke Wu Chain." At the time, I don't even know who that was. I'm like, I don't know who that is. You know, we upstate, so sometimes we get shit a little late.
Right.
And then he was like, "You ain't hear Welcome to the Party?" I'm like, "Nah." So I remember being in this lounge we had, and the song came on, and I heard the voice, and I'm like,
Baby.
"Yeah." I'm like, "Yo, who
Who
is
you
it?"
talking?
I'm like, "Who is this?" And my man Chill was like, "Oh, that's Pop Smoke." He was like, "This shit kind of hard." But I couldn't really hear it because you in the club. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I remember after leaving the jeweler that day though, I remember listening to the song and I'm like, this shit is fire.
Huh.
And then I'm on Facebook and I seen a screen recording of he did a What You Know About Love.
Yeah.
I remember I called my producer after. This is when Welcome to the Party was just the video I just came out or some shit.
Right.
And I called my producer. I'm like, this kid Pop Smoke, he's gonna be here for a while.
Right.
Because I can tell just because he already figured it out.
Right.
I thought that, like when Young and May came out, I thought she was gonna do the same thing. I thought Ooh was gonna hit and then she was gonna go female.
Right.
I just feel like that's like the smartest play.
Right.
I don't know why, but so when Pop did Welcome to the Party, then I heard that what you know about love, even though they didn't put it out.
Right.
I knew he was here to stay.
Right.
I knew he wasn't playing.
Right. That's me. Rest in peace, Pop Smoke.
Word.
So, last two questions. Message to your younger self.
How old?
How old were you when you felt you would have needed that advice? Or so you can say, all right, so 17 years old.
Okay. If I'm 17,
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably telling myself, don't push the hall monitor, and go to college and go be a football offensive coordinator like you want to.
Right.
Because rap is the most expensive thing I've ever had to invest in, and I don't recommend it.
Right.
If you want to get money, there's so many other jobs that'll pay you quicker than rap does.
Right.
Now, if we're talking to my younger self during rap era, let's say 25, don't stop. Like, don't create momentum and then stop. I read that in the book. They say what we do is naturally, the power one more. I read that this year too.
Right.
Naturally, we have a thermometer in us. So we have, like, when you walk into your house and you know how you like it, just that the temperature you like it. And if it's not at that temperature, you can feel it.
Right. Subconsciously,
Your body. So what we do when we're working on things, we may start seeing something about the bubble. Because if it don't, it got to be a certain degrees or it's not going to bubble. It doesn't matter. It could be 1 degree under, it's just not going to bubble.
Right.
We get to that, and then our self-conscious mind cools us down and come back to the level where we're comfortable.
Right.
So I've had numerous of close calls where I had it probably almost at the bubbling point, and then I take a break or something happened. My cameraman gets shot or something goes left, and I stop, opposed to pushing through.
Right.
That's what I would tell myself at 25. Like, when you get that moment, when the spark go, nigga, start a fire.
Message to the youth.
I read this in a book. A lady once said, at the age of 53, she wanted to play the violin, but she felt like she was too old. At the age of 83, she goes and says, had I started playing the violin at 53, I'd have been playing for 30 years. So my message to the youth is you have a lot of life to live. Go live it. Do not crash out for likes, popularity, for no reason. Live life. Like, live it. There's so much. I know it may seem like there's not. I don't know where you're coming from, the background. Sometimes, we don't see much. We haven't seen nothing. We don't know what this looks like or that looks like. But trust me, the things that you see on Instagram as far as people traveling to Greece and Dubai or whatever, those places are real. You want to go experience that. You want to get a passport. You want to get it stamped up. You want to get a gun. You want to be a licensed gun owner. You don't want to be carrying illegally. Like, you want to get whatever, your CDL, driver's license. Like, anything that you can get, you want to go get that so you can live life to the fullest and just try your absolute hardest. You're going to make mistakes, but try your absolute hardest not to go on a complete crash course. It's not worth it.
Not worth it. I think that's one of the best messages to the youth that I've gotten, for sure. And I think that's something that, children could apply. I feel like that's something that the youth who are gonna see this from Poughkeepsie, from the town, from anywhere in the world, I think that any child could apply that. Any young man or young woman could apply that, and it's gender neutral, as they like to say. Anybody could apply that.
Yeah, no, I don't know what's best for you, but I suggest that you consider living life.
Right.
Because as of right now, we only know we get one.
Right.
But you really get two. You get one, but you get your second one when you realize you only have one.
Right.
The moment you find out, like, this could all be gone.
Right.
Usually change.
Yeah. That's deep. So where could we find you?
I'm on all social media platforms. Same @name, DWEATHER and the number 5, DWeather5. But as soon as you start typing in DWeather, it'll pop up.
Right.
I'm starting to get in the algorithms a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
And we going to continue to push that,
Yes,
so,
absolutely.
We're going to drop in a couple weeks, you know what I'm saying, and do our promos, make sure everybody like, subscribe, comment, go follow our guy. I'll put all your stuff in the description anyway.
Appreciate it.
They'll have everything there, websites, labels, everything. Best of luck, safe travels,
Thank you.
everything, and
Zoe, man, appreciate you for having me, brother.
Absolutely, man. Thank you for your consideration.
Man.
Tapping in with the platform.
I love what you're doing, man. I'm happy to be a part of the history because this is all part of your story. Right. One day, if you end up interviewing Drake, I was here. I did this before.
Facts.
I love to be a part of that. Thank
Facts.
you. I appreciate the opportunity,
welcome,
for sure.
Man. Absolutely, man. You guys take care. See you soon.
Peace.
Peace and love, world. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, support the channel, show your love. You know what I'm saying? We have a great conversation week in and week out. You never know who's coming. You never know what we're going to do. But at the end of the day, it's all about peace and love. So make sure you like, subscribe, comment.